Namaste. Welcome to your basic yoga posture of the week. My name is Jessie, aka Moonchild Yoga, and over the next 10 weeks, I am going to choose a pose of the week or posture of the week, basic yoga posture to break it down for you, also with modifications. So this week's posture is called Tadasana, mountain pose. It is a foundational standing yoga posture. It is very basic. It is one of the simplest postures to perform, including with modifications. And it is a very pivotal posture in the yoga tradition. So basically, you're going to come with your feet at a hip width stance in a standing position. And you're going to press down through the four corners of the feet, so the inner and outer portions of the balls of your feet. Spread out through your toes. Press down through your heels. And you're going to gently tuck your tailbone up towards your belly button. Let your palms hang down by your sides, facing forward. Your spine is erect and your shoulders are soft down your back. And your head and neck are stacked over your torso. So you're keeping your knees soft and you're keeping your navel gently drawn in towards your spine. And so that is the basis of Tadasana, mountain pose. And standing from the side. So oftentimes this posture is done at the front of the mat. So you would come to the front of your mat in the same stance with your feet in a hip width position. Toes spread out. Press down through the four corners of the feet. Soft bend in the knees. Let the tailbone gently tuck up towards the tailbone or towards the navel. Let the shoulders soften down the back and palms hang down by your sides. And your spine is nice and long and straight, keeping everything soft, softening your face and jaw, and your head and neck are stacked over your torso. So a modification for your Tadasana mountain pose is getting into the posture with the use of a block. So this can help you ground yourself more deeply into the posture, and it also helps you to bring your attention to your feet or your knees. So those are the specific places we'll be using the blocks for in this modification, this specific modification. And so modifications the sky is the limit. You can really go anywhere with modifications. So I like to use cork blocks, but you can also use a foam block. So a foam block is not as heavy as a cork block. And for this modification, we are going to have our block on the second setting. So that is where the long part of the block is flat on the earth. You're going to place it in between your feet and bring the inner portions of your feet flush with the edges of the block. And once again, you'll press down through the four corners of the feet, spread out through the toes, tuck the tailbone up towards the belly button, and let your shoulders soften down your back and let your palms just hang by your hips here. And you're going to stack your head and neck over your torso, keeping a soft bend in the knees. Perhaps you even want to close your eyes down here so you can get more deeply into how this posture feels in your body, especially with the use of your block. So another way that you can modify with the block is using the block on its longest or its highest setting in between the knees. So you would just simply place the block long ways in between the knees. The shortest portion is up towards your groin and the other short portion is down towards the earth. And this actually helps to build strength in your inner thigh muscles. And same deal, you're going to spread out through your toes, press down through the four corners of the feet, gently tuck the tailbone up towards the belly button. Let your palms hang forward down by your sides. Shoulders are softened down away from your ears. Soften your face and jaw and stack your head and neck over your torso. Another modification for your Tadasana mountain pose. If you have trouble standing or cannot stand at all, you can perform this pose in a seated position in a chair. So seated in the center of your chair to the best of your ability. Of course, not everyone can do that. So if you need the support of the back of the chair, you are just going to lengthen your spine from wherever spot you are seated. Let your shoulders be soft. Let your head and neck stack directly over your torso. Let your palms, if you can, hang down by the sides of the chair and face forward. Pressing your feet into the earth or wherever your feet land. So if your feet don't reach the earth, you can always place a block underneath of them. And then close your eyes down and just breathe into what you feel here in this seated Tadasana mountain pose.